bit of basketball to discuss. We had some games last night, some interesting ones going on. Golden State out in San Antonio. Warriors with a big win, a comeback win, as a matter of fact, 125-120. Steph finishes with 46, but he had 22 of those points, I should say, in the third. His 41st career 20-point quarter. It was like he was there, and then all of a sudden he was really there. Jimmy Butler, 28, he was 9 of 12. This all coming on the heels of Draymond Green sort of making some public comments, which made it feel like they were definitely going to get the win, and they did. It's a big win. Kind of weird to say that about a San Antonio team, so I'm excited about that. But Steph reminding the world that he's still there. And what did you see from Steph last night as far as championship contending?
I mean, honestly, I was waiting on this game all season. This is kind of not a normal thing to see Steph kind of go through struggles early on. Still play rather decent, you know, early on, but we've been waiting on one of these big electric games like this, and, you know, he came out and performed against one of the better teams in the league right now. So, great win for the Warriors. They've kind of hit a rough spot with not necessarily winning games the way they expected to, but this was a huge win for them. Obviously, they need this momentum to keep moving forward, so I'm pretty sure they're happy in that locker room, especially with, you know, kind of the things that have happened in recent days. It's kind of weird.
Yeah,
not
weird.
Really, and it's hard to kind of understand it.
It feels like accountability. Like, yeah, we don't really overreact when we hear Draymond call out his teammates in the little undertones, because to me that's accountability. Like, when you have a championship pedigree leader like a Draymond, you tend to listen when he has something to say. Like, it's not his style to call his teammates out or to make waves in the public that doesn't have anything to do with Draymond. You know what I mean? So when he says something, you tend to listen to him. And these guys usually respond when he does say something. And I felt like that last night was one of those. Like, them old dogs, they still got some fight left in them. And one thing we never disputed about the Golden State Warriors, they can hoop. They have guys that know how to play basketball, and they're going to play basketball the right way, high IQ guys. And so seeing where they are in the rankings right now, they're still a dangerous team, because at any given moment they can figure it out. They know how to micromanage a season. They know how to set certain goals going into every month of the season to make sure they're in a particular situation. So this was a great quality win for them. And San Antonio did them favors. Wemby goes out, has 8 turnovers. Yep. De'Aaron Fox has 6 turnovers. These are your leaders. So even though Castle and Wemby both have triple doubles, when you give Steph Curry 14 extra possessions to beat you and it end up beating you by a 5-point game, that's where the numbers land to me.
You know, that is interesting to me. And by the way, they do play each other again tomorrow, which is a cup game, so that'll be another fun watch there. But obviously the Spurs are a very young team, and these types of moments, especially against, as you guys mentioned, a team with that kind of a pedigree and players with that kind of a pedigree, like, what do you learn as a young player from a game like last night from a Spurs perspective? I mean,
exactly what, Lou said, the importance of each possession. Those turnovers down the stretch, those type of things that, they may seem simple in the moment, but then towards the end of the game, you realize how catastrophic those possessions are, and they result in a loss. So it's a learning experience, a learning curve for this young team, and this is exactly what they need. They went against a championship veteran team that's been there time and time again, and it showed. The experience showed against the youth in this game. So great learning experience for the Spurs. I look forward to the next matchup, because I think this Spurs team will come out with a lot of fire. I do believe they'll want this type of game back. They probably feel like
win for Spurs.
They probably feel like they were supposed to win this one. So I think this next game will be even better.
But because they competed, right? They kept putting themselves in a position to get back in this ball game. But then when you turn the ball over again, Steph Curry too dangerous to give him extra possessions to beat you. Like, it was one, he missed a 3-pointer, great opportunity for them to go down and get a score. Instead, they give up an offensive rebound, give him a second opportunity. And Steph Curry is not going to miss 2 3-pointers in a row. And that was the dagger that put them down. And so, like Boogie said, all of these things are learning experience for the San Antonio Spurs. These guys are going to get better and better. And as they get older, as they get more mature and they start to create some of that chemistry that we've already seen, they'll learn how to take care of that basketball. Like, Fox is a veteran guy. He's going to have days where he's efficient with the basketball. His assist-to-turnover ratio is going to be more in his favor, more than nights like he had last night. So it was just one of those nights, and the Warriors, they benefited from it.
We briefly touched on what Draymond said, 2 days ago now, I guess, talking about how when Jimmy Butler got there, it felt like the whole team was all about winning, and that was what the main goal was. And right now, it does not feel that way, which I think most people who've been watching sports for a while were like, oh, Warriors are going to win tonight. Because that feels like one of those after you fire a coach or after somebody says something. Is this just Draymond's thing that is that to someone specific? There were a lot of theories floating around yesterday. Kuminga then goes to the bench. Like, who is that for? And does this just have to happen periodically to work?
I didn't view his comments as it being specifically for anybody. I think that was a message to the team.
Okay.
And obviously, you know, people are going to try to dissect it and read between the lines and come up with their own assumption. But that was a message to the team, and obviously the team heard the message. They came out and beat a really good young Spurs team. So Draymond, that's Draymond's role. Obviously, you know, Steph takes all the highlights and headlines with his talent, but the heart and soul of that team is Draymond. He's the engine that makes that team go. He's the voice in that locker room. He's been time and time again. It's to the point where, and I witnessed it with my own eyes, to where the coaching staff is listening to Draymond. That's how important his voice and role is to this Warriors team. So that was just on full display. And like I said, I think the team heard him.
He's got full trust because he called for a review. They didn't even look at the video. They just let Draymond do it. I mean, it didn't work. But, like, full trust.
Yeah, full trust. I felt like if he was talking to somebody, he put an address on it.
That's fair, too.
Yeah, for sure.
I kind of like the periodic check-ins. We're going to take a quick break. On the other side, he's here.
Yes, sir.
John Wall's back, baby. We'll be right back.